We carry on with your fix of entertainment on this particular Freestyle Friday on Y in the Morning. I go by the name of Barry Morses, or it's Barry Moore Navy social media platform. And yes, we are live on Y254. 22162 is the SMS line. Start with the word YM254. Never forget to leave your name and where you're watching us from. I insist because I'd like to give you a shout out and I'd like to know who's watching, who's not. And yes, in studio with me is a very talented artist. I call him an artist because he's all rounded. Before I introduce him, Y254 channel is our handle on Twitter. We live there live and kicking. Send us your views, your comments, your questions, and your requests. Friday is always a special day. Ask me why. I'll tell you, because 22162, the SMS line. We use this line to get our guests for Friday, from dancers to the artists to the guest DJs. I'm sorry today we don't have a guest DJs due to unavoidable circumstances, but 22162, when you use that SMS line, you can be a star instantly on Y254. Just send your name, tell your friends and your fans to vote for you, to send your name over and over, or you can even do it yourself from your phone. Send your name over and over, and the best person who wins with the most SMSs will be live in studio with us. So without much further ado, I'll introduce my guest. He goes by the name Lostinsavanna, which is a very interesting name, and is trying a very experimental genre in Kenya right now, and he'll tell us the name of this particular genre. Some people call it trap soul, some people call it trap trip hop, some people call it R&B and soul, but he's here to tell us. Karibu sana, James Bo. I call you James Bo because we're buddies, but your stage name is Lostinsavanna.
Lostinsavanna, yeah.
This is a very interesting name. Tell me about it.
Lostinsavanna is for the culture. It's about the people. And for me, it's particularly represented the people in this Savannah region of Africa.
The sub-Saharan Africa.
Yeah, sub-Saharan region of Africa, who are, for say, lost. They haven't been discovered and found. And you know, there are a bunch of gems in the country.
Gems?
Yeah.
All right.
Gems, not James.
Like yeah. All right, I get that. No pun intended.
Yeah, no pun intended. So yeah, it's for all the people out there who, you know their worth, and they're yet to be discovered. And this is a movement that it's for them.
It's a movement that's for them. Lost in the Savannah. So when I checked out your Lost in Savannah rather, when I checked out your Instagram, there's a lot of artworks going on. There's a lot of videos going on, and you're making music now, and you directed this music video yourself as well.
Yeah, I had to.
Before we talk about the music, I'd like to know, art is something special in your heart.
Art is special to me. I've been an artist since I was a kid. I've been drawing. I used to draw on my parents' walls. They used to scold me about it.
You got whipped for that.
I got whipped for that.
All right, I used to do that as well, but they were not that good. So, I can't blame them for whipping me.
So thanks to the internet and thanks to technology, it progressed on, and I became more of a digital artist, dabbling in Photoshop, in Illustrator, and all these different softwares, and I was able to create something unique to myself. So I've been doing digital art for some time now, making covers, posters, that kind of thing. So my art for me just decided to extend into a different media. So I started making videos, started making music, and it's also been a contribution. It's also been contributed to by being involved in the art scene in Nairobi, and
which is really popping right now.
It's popping. It's popping. I love where this thing is going. So, yeah, that's how I ended up there.
All right.
Yeah.
Did you have to take it to school?
Actually, no. I learned. YouTube is my friend.
So you learned on YouTube.
I learned.
So there's no excuse right now that I can't afford school fees to go to college. I'm going to be jobless. The system is not on my side. There's no excuse for any budding artists out there. You can do it yourself.
If you have the drive, if you have the talent, if you give yourself the ample amount of time, you can learn anything.
If you have the drive, the talent, the ample amount of time, and a laptop.
And a laptop.
You can do it.
Yeah, you can do it.
All right, so you make artworks for yourself?
Yeah, I've been making artworks for myself. I've also done some cover art for different artists' music, including the Posse.
The Posse.
Yeah.
That's a topic for another day. Don't spill the. All right. The Posse, you can check We Are the Posse on every social media platform. We Are the Posse. Check it out. He did some artwork for us. It's amazing.
Yeah, so I've been doing some artwork and making my own as well. There's a movement I'm pushing. It's called Odd Society on different dimensions. This is for all the creators in this area and the rest of the world who are doing things on different dimensions. So yeah, this is for you. And we're just trying to push like crazy content, you know, and create things that people haven't really been exposed to before. Yeah.
All right. Your video really fascinated my director.
Yeah.
And it's on air right now. We can see lights on your neck, and there's a lot of red. What is it called? Red background light.
Red background, yeah.
And there's lights on your neck. What is all this about? Is it for creating the mood, or you're just being artistic?
Both actually. I was creating a mood, and I was also trying to put art into my, you know, video direction and you know, whatever I'm just trying to do. I want to put my spice into it. So red is a color. It's something that pops. It's something that catches your attention. It communicates sinister.
And it evokes a certain feeling.
It evokes a certain
That's why
feeling.
it's the color of love as well.
Exactly.
Is this a love song talking about red, putting a red?
To some extent, it's a love song. And I know some people will call me crazy for this, but when I wrote that song, it had a lot to do with the Song of Solomon's. People kind of confuse the two. The
Songs of Solomon in the Bible.
Yeah. People want to put a boundary, but if you actually read that book, you'll discover that when this guy was communicating to the lady, to some extent, even with all the
Solomon is the guy who had 1,000 women, yeah?
Yeah,
and a couple of concubines.
That guy.
All right, so it's the players.
It's not a player's
dictionary.
Song. It's not a player's song. Well, when I was writing this, I was also thinking about the girl, the bad thing, who's lost in her bad thing. You know, she's so caught up in it, and here's a guy who's trying to, like, you know, pull her out of it.
Of this bad
situation. And that doesn't extend. That just doesn't mean it's just a guy telling a chick. You know, it could be maybe something good in your life that's trying to. Well, when I say something, I mean someone good in your life that's trying to bring you out of a bad situation by highlighting all those bad things that you've been up to.
Are these the same bad things that sort of attract us to certain type of women?
It's true. It's true. Yeah, you'll have. You know, there's the character of the bad girl. You know, this generation that has been so much influenced by Rihanna.
I like that you mentioned that.
So,
bad girl Riri.
Bad girl Riri. This is for those girls who, you know, aspire to be like her.
And all these girls love Rihanna. It's crazy.
They love her. And that's why
she has more female fans than male fans, which is really crazy. So many girls look up to her. All right, back to Odd Society.
Yeah.
Why Odd?
Odd is just, it's an acronym, yeah? On different dimensions.
Oh, okay. I thought like odd, like out of place.
It's still odd, you know, because it didn't fit in. People haven't really accepted it, especially the digital art side of it. They haven't really accepted it, so it's kind of odd. And we're pushing a culture which is new, which is edgy, and which is creative in a way that's not the norm. So yes, it's odd.
It's odd.
Very odd.
So the movement, how big is the movement, Odd Society?
The movement started about, seriously started about an year ago, but it's been creating content for the last 2 years. It's basically a couple of collective creatives, myself included. It's not just artwork or visual art, it also goes into the music.
The music side.
It goes into the videography. It goes into the direction of just basically anything that it requires creative input, even how you think. Yeah,
fashion as well.
Fashion as well. You do things on a different dimension.
On a different dimension.
Well, I wouldn't say talk about fashion too much. That's not my domain.
Yeah. But you have a special person for that.
I have a special
Can you send them some few shout outs?
Yeah,
the guys, members of Odd Society.
Via Taylor, shout out Gisheru, shout out Carl, shout out all these guys doing some crazy things. Nairobi Apparel District,
Nairobi Apparel District.
Yeah,
They're really doing amazing stuff. They're also like affiliates of Odd Society.
Yeah, we work with those guys, and I think, you know, anyone who we're doing things on a different dimension with, they're part of the movement.
Amazing.
Some people don't even know they're part of the movement, but they are.
Maybe I could be part of Odd Society. All right, maybe I'm on a different dimension. 22162 is the SMS line. Start with the word YM254. Never ever forget to leave your name and where you watch it is from so we can send you a shout out. Send your questions to James Bo himself, aka Lost in Savannah or Sub-Saharan Africa. My man. Bad Thing is a big tune. People are loving it. The reception is good. Radios have picked it. And you have a show coming up off this song. Tell us about this.
Yeah, funny thing. I was working on something with Jinx from Homeboys, and it wasn't even in my mind to have him listen to the song. But somehow he heard it. He liked it, linked me to the producer, and it's on radio. It's been making rounds, actually on Jump Off. Guys, vote for it. Bad Thing by Lostinsavanna. Try to get me up to that 5 spot, So, I dropped the video. A day after, I was called for a show, which is, I think, just a blessing. I have a show on 21st April at the Alchemist. It's Set It Off 2. I'll be performing with a host of other crazy creatives. We got Jovi Jove. I'm just gonna mention the people I really, F with. So like Jovi Jove is there. We got Ben Vic. We got Kevin Grants. We got Lostinsavanna. And trust me, I have a show for you. I'm gonna bring my art on stage, not just the music.
Should we expect lights, camera, action type of situation?
It's gonna be a movie.
It's gonna be a movie. Be there, Alchemist on 22nd. 21st
April. It's a Saturday. 6 p.m. till late.
6 p.m.
If you're out there to party until morning, please, this is for you. Come.
All right. How can they find you on social media as we wrap this up? Yeah,
on social media, you can search for Bo James, which is my official name, and or Lost in Savannah. You can also follow the movement on different dimensions. We have a variety of art prints. We do all sorts of things, creative and.
You sell merchandise as well.
We sell merchandise.
They can find them on ODD.
Find everything there.
All right. You sent shoutouts. You have given us your social media handles. You have told us the title of the song and why you took this direction. But I'd like to know the genre in particular, because there's a lot of debate on this type of music that you're doing. People are trying to call it trap soul music. Some other people call it trip hop music. Some people are calling it, I don't know. It has different sorts of names. What do you call it?
I call it trap soul.
You call it trap soul?
I call it trap soul, but I also feel it's a subgenre of R&B and hip hop. So
there's R&B there, there's trap there, there's soul there.
There's soul there. It's for the soul. It touches that part there.
All right, amazing. Thank you very much, James, for coming through to YN the morning.
Thank you, Barry.
Keep making moves. I hope I get to have you back launching.
There's more music coming.
More music coming.
Music, heavy.
Amazing.
I'll bring so much of the table you'll be unable to finish it.
You'll suffer with so much pain. All right, pull up to Alchemist on 21st just to see James Bo live. Give us your YouTube channel so they can also subscribe, share, and keep growing the movement. My
stuff is on YouTube, different dimension. If you just search Lost in Savannah, I think I'm like the only one. So
you're the only Lost in.
So just come, search for that. Or Bad Thing. The song is called Bad Thing, and it's a heavy track, man. Like shout out Steezy, my producer, and a host of other people that I've been working with. Bless you guys. Thank you very much, Bo. This has been another segment of music and lifestyle, and we had James Bo himself, or Bo James, or Lost in Savannah, and he's launching his song called Bad Thing that is on YouTube, on his YouTube channel as Lost in Savannah. Like, subscribe, share, and pull up to his shows. Just support Kenyan music. 22162 is the SMS line. Start with the word YM254. Keep requesting this song if you love it so we can keep it on rotation. I go by the name of Barry Moses, or It's Barry Morning, every social media platform. We'll be back with some more of Y in the Morning, so don't go nowhere.